Morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader here from Mr. Topstep with your Monday morning pre-market webcast. Hope everybody had a fantastic holiday weekend. As you know, or I'm sure as you've heard, Friday's trade, the non-farm payrolls came in at 120,000. 90,000 of that was the birth-death adjustment, so you basically had a positive 30,000 jobs report, and the market didn't like that at all. The consensus was at about 205 to 215, depending on who you believe, and we traded off hard. The initial move down paused really nicely for us right at the 45-day pivot, and we got a 3 or 4 handle bounce off of that, but then we went ahead and made another leg down. We did lows of 72. Those lows were tested in the overnight session. We've made a low on Globex tonight of 1371.75. But all that said, Asia and Europe have not had a chance to trade on Friday's trade yet, and they won't until tonight. It's Easter Monday. The Asian exchanges are closed. The European exchanges are closed. So we continue to trade this just ourselves, basically. I mean, there's desks over there that are trading, obviously, but for the rank and file, they haven't traded it yet. So I would expect some type of a retrace today. There's a lot of resistance overhead on the retrace. You've got pivots coming in at 1385 as a key level today. The 1377 former 45-day pivot, that is going to be key resistance today. Then you've got 1382 and 1386, which are levels that we have been talking about for the past couple of weeks. So there's a lot of wood to chop now. Ultimately, this just may be the pullback. It sure felt like it on Friday. And we're now below the 20-day exponential moving average, and we may go ahead and go to work on the 50-day exponential moving average, which comes in about 1366. However, that said, the big picture for me is that kind of a jobs report on Friday tells me that quantitative easing, in whatever form, isn't going anywhere anytime soon. The free money spigot is not going to get turned off. So this pullback ultimately should be a buying opportunity. And don't lose sight of that as, if the selling begets selling and things start to go down and everybody gets super bearish, like we're never going to go up again, just remember, 3 weeks ago, everybody was super bullish. The market was going straight up. We were never going to pull back. We're going to the moon. You're hearing crazy numbers on television. You're hearing about 1,500, and you've got people coming out with Dow 17,500, and just, what I think is just nonsense. And what is equally nonsense are the people that are going to come out in the next week or so and say that we're looking at, S&P 600, Dow 4,000. They'll be here. They'll be back. Trust me. We're going to see them. You have CNBC producers. They're calling them right now. They're going to put them on. Just understand that argument is equally ridiculous. And the reality is somewhere in the middle. That as we pull back, when it feels like it's never going to go up again, that's when it's going to go up again. That's when you want to be there. Okay? So don't try to catch this knife if we continue to fall. But watch the levels and watch the trade, because as long as Bernanke feels that the economy is not where he wants it to be, the free money is not going to stop. And if the free money doesn't stop, the only place you can really have your money is in equities. And that is going to create another viable dip. So that's my 2 cents on the big picture. Let's do support and resistance. Current trade is 1376 half. So on the upside, you've got 1379, 1380 half, 1383, 1385. You've got the 9 and 20-day pivots there, 85 to basically 85 quarter. Above that, you get the 3-day pivot sitting at 1389. On the downside, you have we're sitting just above the 45-day pivot, which comes in today at 1375. Then you've got 1372, 1369 half, 1366 area, which is 50-day exponential moving average, and 1363 below that, 1356 and 1347. So everybody, use stops and be hedged. Understand we're still in a very thin environment that Asia and Europe are not back in. So be mindful of that. And I will be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Mike Vacchi, Princeton Trader. Trade 'em well, everybody. See you tomorrow.